She straight up said, people who don't think that Caitlyn is the face of the league are dumb.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Graveyard Shift Sports, your midnight snack of sports talk.
We are back and here to catch you up on everything you missed. Or, maybe just explain it better than your husband does.
Yeah, or your girlfriend, wife, coworker.
Whoever it is that's explaining things badly, we're here to do better. So, hit subscribe, find us on Instagram and TikTok so that you can fake being a sports expert.
Woo!
And if you got any questions, drop them down below. And we'll answer them for you. So here's what's on the menu for this week. NFL training camps are in full swing.
We got football.
And we got football, guys.
We got football.
And there is some preseason drama going on. And we're going to talk about it. Luka got a new contract. We'll talk about that. Some Caitlin Clark updates, WNBA drama, just the usual. With the WNBA, we'll talk about it. And then later on in sports, we will do a deep dive into the Micah Parsons situation and kind of explain the lore.
Kind of the Cowboys, the woes of the Cowboys and what it's
Cowboy woes, as one might say. So yeah, we might as well just get right into it. There's not much to talk about. Okay. It's a rainy day today, and my golf lesson got canceled, so I'm just been.
I, on the other hand, did go to the driving range today and proceeded to get rained on while I was there. That was fun. But it was nice to get out there and swing some clubs. I haven't done that in a couple weeks, so.
Well, you had to train for a very important game tomorrow.
I did. Going golfing with one of Missy's classmates from her master's program. Her name is Becky. I'm going with her dad to go golfing. It should be a really good time, though.
You and a bunch of retired dudes who play a lot more golf than you.
I'm going to get whooped out there.
Absolutely whooped, and I'm excited to hear about it.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Listen, it's never been a bad time with Becky's parents, so I feel like it's going to be a good time.
They are a hoot and a half,
they are.
It's never boring. That's for sure. But you know what's one thing we have to mention before we go any further is that there are only 28 days as of Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. There are 28 days until football time in Tennessee. We are underneath the 30 mark. We are so close.
So close. And you know what the best part is?
What?
We get to actually watch football for the next, really, every weekend leading up to that point. So let me take you through this. We had the Hall of Fame game this past week, which not the most exciting thing to watch, but at the end of the day, it's football. All right. Third most bet on game on ESPN Bet last year. We're
all desperate for something.
Pretty crazy. But yeah, so we had that this week. Next weekend, we have preseason games that start up. You have 3 weeks of that. And then you know what comes 4 weeks from today? What you just said. College football is back.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I've seen some people saying, like, who cares if these preseason games are on? Like, they're not. It's like, just let us have this.
So it's football, man.
Let us have this moment.
Yeah. There's
just something about football being on the television that makes the world feel like a happier place. Okay.
It's tough right now. All we've got is basically baseball and the WNBA. So it's
okay. Don't be knocking the WNBA though. It has served this year. It has.
I will say it's been good. It's been good. Yeah.
The drama, there's never, a boring moment.
Well, most of the games have been good. That All-Star game was not great, but the majority of All-Star games aren't great.
Yeah.
That's common across most. I would argue that the only All-Star game that actually feels pretty solid was the NHL with their 4 teams this past year, where they took it seriously, and it
Yeah,
was awesome.
yeah, true. Fair. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Picking it up. Well, anything else to mention, or shall we get right into it?
Let's dive on in.
Dive right in to our midnight snacks. This is our men's news segment. First and foremost, the most important thing that I think happened this week, Tyrese Halliburton is engaged to his girlfriend, Jade Jones. And here's the thing. I could have told you, I could have guessed that this was going to happen in the near future just based on like seeing her energy around him this past season. I was like, okay, she's wifey material. Like she was there, always there, but like not in a thirsty way, you know?
Supportive,
Like
supportive
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. Like it seemed really genuine. So
Nice.
I'm happy to see love.
There we go. Got to be honest, didn't know he was even dating anybody. Just
These are the things that really matter, Josh.
yeah.
The wags, okay? We have to pay attention to the wags.
Do you think they'll get married before he's fully recovered, or like you think he'll just be like scooting down the aisle on his
Down the aisle.
yeah, because he's got one of those scooters, so he
This
doesn't have
little
to put any
thing.
weight. Yeah.
I would imagine that, they're gonna wait until he can
Or
walk.
hear me out. He could wait until he's fully healed, and then he still comes down on a razor scooter or something. Oh, ripstick? Come in on a ripstick? That'd be a cool entrance. Something to think
I think
about.
we need to get married again, Josh.
Yeah, need to rip. I can't
I want to
ripstick
come in on a
actually.
ripstick.
Yeah. Fun fact: I cannot ripstick at all.
You can't
I
ripstick?
absolutely not.
Let me tell you what, I'm like not great. I can't do a skateboard. I can't, you know, steer on a ripstick. I tore that thing up as a kid.
Yeah, no, not me. We would so like at summer league practice, we would go down on the tennis courts. This is getting really like sideways here. Um, but yeah, so we would
Sideways.
go down on the tennis courts, and then like there was a couple guys that had ripsticks, and so they'd be like going around, going around. They'd be like, "Who else wants to try?" And everybody else could do it, and then I'd get on there, and I'm a little tubby guy back when I
Just
was
gotta.
like 12,
Oh
and
God,
yeah, you've
Joshua.
seen pictures of me. You see what happens when I'm doing the shimmy. It's there's a lot of
When I'm
motion on
doing the
top of that thing.
shimmy.
Yeah, for those that,
Um,
didn't know me when I was younger, I was like 120 pounds in third grade. So I was a butterball, if you will.
well, yeah, it's a whole rabbit hole we could go down, but we
It's a
won't today. We'll save
healthy
that.
lad, yeah.
But maybe we need to get ripsticks and like, can you do it now as an adult?
No shot.
No
Absolutely.
shot.
I got no coordination.
You're not unathletic.
I'm not unathletic. I'm just not overly coordinated with that type of thing.
I guess you were a swimmer, which doesn't quite,
Like
demand.
if we're on the lake, right? Like I'm not great at wakeboarding, but I can skate.
I can't really do either, to be honest. And I can ripstick. So
Skiing's pretty easy.
let's buy a ripstick.
Okay.
Let's just
We could probably go thrifting and buy one for like $5.
let's go on this journey together. Let's do it.
I don't want to have broken bones. I might
I'll
walk.
hold your hand. I'll hold your hand and I will, like
Yeah,
steer you while
I'll
you
just
learn.
I'll watch from the sidelines.
To be continued. Anyway,
It's a
back
fun.
to the programming here. Yeah, Halburn's engaged. Really great. Amazing. Congrats. Now, NFL training camps
Yeah.
going on. A lot of NFL drama coming, or drama news stories, I guess we could say for most of it. Um, talk about it.
Yeah, so we talked about we got NFL games this past week. Well, one NFL game for the Hall of Fame game. We got football every weekend moving forward for the foreseeable future, starting next weekend. So finally,
Amazing.
thank you. Um,
Amazing.
but yeah, so with that, let's kick it off with somebody in a situation that we have talked about ad nauseum. It feels like Trey Hendrickson has officially reported. Well, let's start here. Shamar Stewart signed his contract. So he is at Bengals camp. Trey Hendrickson, who we have talked about in the past, was the other Bengal that was waiting for a new contract. We talked about how Max Crosby and Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, who all played the same position as him, had gotten new contracts. And Trey Hendrickson is still waiting on that new contract. So he has officially reported to camp, but is sitting out of practices at camp. But he's still giving tips to the other players. So from a leverage standpoint, I don't know how much of a statement he's making at this point by showing up to the practices and also participating by giving tips and pointers to the other players.
He's just not running the drill, so he's coaching.
Essentially, yeah.
He's showing up and coaching.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
one like Chris Jones a couple years ago. It was either last year or the year before last. He's a lineman for the Kansas City Chiefs. He wanted a new contract. They didn't get it done in the preseason and all of that. He sat out the entire preseason. He even sat out the first game of the regular season, which I believe the Chiefs went on to lose. But you know what? After that loss, he got a new contract that weekend. Like following day, he got a new contract and was back on the field thereafter. So if you're Trey Hendrickson, it kind of feels like you're conceding at this point and just like waving the white flag. I'll play again, but yeah, it's tough. So with that,
interesting move.
yeah, we'll stay in that position realm and talk about the big drama from this week, Micah Parsons.
Well, let's not go too much into it because we're going to talk about this later in our sports question mark segment.
That's fair. So, like Missy just said, we'll deep dive into the Micah Parsons stuff later on, but basically, he is also a pass rusher. He plays for the Dallas
Or we could
Cowboys.
just do it now. You want to just do it now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so this is our sports question mark segment where we take something going on in the sports world and we do a deeper dive on it to kind of explain the nuances to some of the newer fans out there. So, with that being said, this week we're hearing all about in the sports news. It's Micah Parsons and the situation that he's in. So just some interesting tidbits to start us off here with the Dallas Cowboys. This is the third year in a row that they've had some sort of contract issue like this. And typically what we've seen, right, is that Jerry Jones, the owner, just kind of like does his master negotiating, as some say, and he just pays what they ask for.
Yep.
So that's kind of what we've seen in the past. We have not seen that yet this year with this situation. Instead, Micah Parsons puts out a big thing on his, was that on his story? It was like 3 pages long on his, I think it was on his story, or was it an actual post?
It was a big post.
Yeah, just explaining how he doesn't want to be a Cowboy anymore and he wants to trade. So that's the baseline. Josh, do you have more information to fill in there?
Yeah, so to quick deep dive, Micah Parsons has been one of the most productive defensive linemen in the last 4 seasons, if you look at it. He's also 26 years old, so he's young. And he's just, I mean, he is a phenomenal player. He is by far their best defensive player on that team. They've got a couple other studs on defense, but Micah Parsons is the guy. He's the guy. He's the leader of the defense. So with that being said, he's earned his contract. He's already had 3 other teammates, including CeeDee Lamb, come out and say, hey, just pay this guy what he's worth. He's earned the contract. Just pay it to him. So speaking of CeeDee Lamb, like you mentioned, this is the 3rd year that the Cowboys have had an issue in the offseason with one of their all-stars. So this year it's Micah Parsons wanting a new contract, which he is owed. He should be somewhere in the 30, like upper 30s, maybe even above TJ Watt. But 2, last year you had CeeDee Lamb, who Jerry Jones procrastinated paying him. Other wide receivers got huge contracts last season, and inevitably, at the very end of the offseason, Jerry Jones pays CeeDee Lamb after this whole summer of drama, and he pays him more money than everyone else because he had to. Rewind 1 year further, 2 years ago, you had Dak Prescott up for a new contract. they had a whole bunch of offseason drama about, oh, are they going to pay Dak Prescott? If they don't pay him, who are they going to move on to? Who will be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? Spent the whole summer talking about that, only for at the end of the offseason, them to pay Dak Prescott the highest quarterback salary at that point in time. So, continually, year after year, Jerry Jones, who has said that he is a master negotiator in the past, has procrastinated paying. Other people sign contracts at the same position, move the market rate up for those players, and the next thing you know, he's got to pay more money than if he would have just saddled up and paid them at the beginning of the offseason.
Yeah.
So that kind of sums it up. But yeah, Micah Parsons, 26. I think the only like familiar situation like this would have been when the Khalil Mack trade happened a few years back. He was 27. He was also an elite defensive player. And Adam Schefter had a breakdown of it. But basically, I mean, Cowboys could probably get a haul for trading Micah Parsons, but also you're going to have a huge hole on your team if you do that. So we will see what happens here.
So he's like come straight out and said he wants to be traded.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a world where the Cowboys keep him?
Yeah, for sure. Because if you remember back a couple of months ago, Myles Garrett also said that he wanted to be on a team other than the
Oh, this is
Browns.
true.
And then they paid him
Yeah.
$40 million, and he was like,
As soon as
I'm
he got that
excited to
check,
be
he's
back.
so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting too because Micah Parsons has been vocal about like he always wanted to be on America's team and like make America's team great again, you know? So yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Fun fact. When they were coming up with who was going to be America's team for football, they approached the Pittsburgh Steelers first, and the Steelers said, "Nah, we don't want it." And so then Cowboys said, "We'll do it." So fun fact there. Okay. So that covers Micah Parsons. Another person that's requested a trade. More drama here. We kind of touched on this a little bit last week. Scary Terry McLaurin is wanting out of Washington. It sounds like the resounding thing for both him and Micah is that there's no conversation essentially about the contract, which is why they're so disgruntled. So it feels like both Commanders and Cowboys just not talking to their elite players right now for their contracts, which I think is where a lot of the disgruntledness comes from. It's like they're not even progressing to a solution here. So, yeah, Scary Terry is asking out of Washington. So the final piece of NFL news that we have is actually something
I've got two.
What's the second?
We've got two more. Travis Hunter. We didn't talk
Right.
about Travis Hunter yet.
You're right.
Can't be missing that.
You talk about Travis Hunter.
So there's also Travis Hunter at the Jaguars, and he was seen playing offense and defense during a Jaguars scrimmage, which is huge news. I guess a lot of talk about if he was actually going to be doing this in the league when he got there, but he's doing it in the scrimmage. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean he'll be doing it when it comes to game time, but
we'll see. This is kind of a fun fact. He is a top 5 betting favorite for both offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year.
That's wild.
I think you can get either of those bets at plus 1,100 right now. So if you combine those two and he wins both of them, which is not out of the question, dude, that'd be insane.
Just sounds so exhausting. You don't get a break.
No.
At all.
But he proved. I mean, he did it at
Colorado.
I know,
he did it. He did it. Yeah, he can do it. It's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, the
absolutely mind-blowing.
Level of cardio, because both positions he's just running the whole time. Like
he's sprinting for the entire, multi-hour game that's going on.
Respect.
Insane.
I respect it.
Respect.
So yeah, I'm excited for this next year. I think we got some pretty solid rookies that came out of this draft class. But I'll tell you
Speaking of
my favorite rookie that came out of this draft class was the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. Let's just dive into this really quick. I have talked about in the past how excited I have been with how he's answered interview questions. This past week, they asked him about him getting in at 5 a.m. and what that's like and why he's doing it. And he's like, listen, I grew up watching my dad wake up at 4:30 for a job that he didn't love. So why would I not get up for a job that I do love and care about and want to succeed at? And also, if I'm doing it, I expect everyone else in the locker room to do it because I want them to try and achieve their full potential this next year, same as me. That for a rookie
For
to
a
say,
rookie, yeah,
yeah, he's holding all of the other teammates accountable. He's driving, so he's getting there at 5 a.m. First person, he's bringing teammates with him. That's leadership. And then he's getting kicked out of the building at the end of the night because they got to close it down. So he's staying as long as he can. And then they asked him about like his focus, and he said, "Oh, my phone's on do not disturb. I talk to 5 people outside of my teammates a day, and one of those is my dog." So I'm excited. Like,
you talk about holding his teammates accountable. Another thing he said in the interview was that I can't remember exactly what he said, but he basically called his teammates, like he said they were pretty mid, like they weren't performing up to their potential. He just straight up called that out in
yeah,
an interview, which is he's holding them accountable. He's gonna,
and he said it about himself too. Like he said, he was
yeah,
mid. So like,
yeah,
I love it. I love it. It seems like he's going to be a guy where even if they win a game, he's not going to be happy about it unless it's perfect, which is what made Nick Saban's teams at Alabama so successful. They would be up 42-7, and if somebody on the offensive line missed a call or false started or something like that, you got Saban just screaming at them from the
for
sidelines
sure,
because they needed it to be perfect. And you saw how much success they had. So
for
I
sure.
even if we don't win the Super Bowl this next year, right? Let's try and tamper
Rookie quarterback
expectations.
goes takes him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
Has that
let's
ever
say
happened?
I don't know. It's a good question. It's a fun trivia
Google
question.
it.
Has a rookie
Okay, you beat me to it.
ever won a Super
Rookie
Bowl?
quarterback specifically.
Good point. Good point. No.
No, it could be the first Cam Ward. It could be the
Furthermore,
first.
no rookie quarterback has ever started in a Super Bowl. So hasn't even
Or
had a
even made
chance.
it. Just
So,
making it to the Super Bowl, Cam Ward would go down in history.
yeah. So and it'd be the second Super Bowl that the Titans have ever played it. So
Oh, really? Wow. No, no,
would be
no pressure.
yeah, it'd be insane. But with that being said, like let's say we don't win the Super Bowl this year.
Just
I
theoretically, let's say that you don't win.
I think at some point in the next 10 years, you're going to be talking about the Titans being true contenders for that title. If this is the type of leadership that there's a lot of stipulations there, right? Like you need the GM and the head coach to be great at their jobs. They need to be able to draft well, get players in that fit the team well, and then they need to be able to coach them up correctly. But like if you've got Cam Ward and that's his mentality is he wants them to be perfect every single day and he's going to show up and be the first person there. He expects everyone else to be there with him and then he's going to stay until they close the doors at night. That I mean that's what Peyton Manning always talked about. Like Peyton's harped on you have to watch film. Peyton Manning installed a film room directly next to the kitchen at his house so
That's
that he could just still watch film while getting food and then go back in there and just keep studying film. That's what made Peyton Manning so good. And I mean, being an elite passer. But it's, yeah. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm excited.
just a little bit
I,
excited.
I'm excited for Cam Ward and to see what these Titans can do.
Hmm.
That's
I am
also
too.
it's not to say that like it's going to be an easy road because I think every team in the AFC South got better this offseason. So like you've got Houston Texans who have been pretty solid the past few years. Since honestly since they got CJ Stroud in the building, they've been a better team than they were supposed to be. You got Trevor Lawrence who needs to prove himself because he got this big contract and now he's got a two-way player with him and Travis Hunter. Let's see what they can do. So that team got better. And then you've got Anthony Richardson up at the Colts, who is looking pretty good. I hate to admit, but he is looking better. He's changed his diet. He cut out Skittles. He's coming in the
Blasphemy.
best shape he said he's ever been in. He's like, he's worked on his cardio this offseason. So we'll see.
Speaking of diets, did you see Aaron Rodgers talking about his diet? I thought, I hope it's Aaron Rodgers. Did I get this wrong? He said that he's like vegan, like he's eating like really strict on his diet. He's not eating any meat or dairy. That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure Derrick Henry. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, the NFL quarterback, has adopted a largely plant-based vegan diet. And
You said Derrick Henry does that too.
he is not vegan. He just has a super strict. He avoids
I bet
gluten,
he's like
fried
chicken and
foods, and
rice.
artificial sugars.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That I would see that makes more sense to me. I
Yeah.
guess it's person specific too. Like I don't know. Some people digest meat better than others and whatever. But to me, I'm like an athlete needs meat. But I guess as long as he's getting the protein from another source, it whatever. Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
He doesn't eat until like 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. It's his
PM.
first meal.
So he goes through all of his practices. Derrick Henry does
Yeah,
without eating.
I guess so. Yeah, that's wild. That is
Interesting.
crazy behavior. I
How
wonder
does
if
that
that.
work?
Yeah, I'm curious if that like is excluding protein shakes. Like he's drinking protein shakes during that period of time leading up to that. And he just doesn't eat solid food until 4 o'clock. I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll do more research into
Interested. I don't know. Yeah,
Derrick Henry's diet.
that's like intermittent fasting to the extreme,
Yeah.
and then also, hey, doing some of the hardest workouts in the world.
You know what? We'll look into it and I'll adopt the Derrick Henry workout plan and diet and just,
Oh, the workout plan. Okay, yeah, I'm sure. I don't think we have the equipment for that, babe.
have you ever watched his like workout clips? It is insane the
I've
stuff
seen
that he
one or
does.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've
I
shown
mean,
them to you. Like, you have to see this.
no, you get very. You love one thing about you is you love to show me videos,
That's fair. Yeah. Only the important stuff,
all the videos,
Only ever important stuff.
definitely everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next. I think that's all the NFL news that we have for the moment.
The
Anything
moment.
else? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. My only other midnight snack that I have, no, we got two. We got two
Hmm.
that we got to talk about.
Yes, we
Um,
do.
I will go over the F1 news and you can
Okay.
go over the other news.
Okay.
Um, so F1, the race is tomorrow, but qualifying happened today. And really, the thing to touch on here, two things. Obviously, we have continued to talk about Ferrari. If you can't tell, we are Ferrari fans this year. Um, I will say
We are,
McLaren,
yes.
yeah, we both are. McLaren was still
I'm
solid
not
this.
not.
That's true.
Sorry.
So
I'm sorry. I keep interrupting.
McLaren was once again some of the fastest cars on the track, but they were not the fastest car on the track this weekend in qualifying. Charles Leclerc takes pole position for tomorrow's race. So that is,
Fine.
he starts first. He's in pole.
Just clarifying.
Yeah, poles.
Okay, I'm
So
just
poles
clarifying.
first. Position.
Just in case we've got new fans, what the heck does that mean?
So he's starting in pole position, first
Mhm.
position on the grid. With that being said, Lewis Hamilton had a horrible week last week, which we touched on. He had some terrible qualifying sessions. His actual race was really good though, with how many spaces. Like he moved up 11 places during that race, ended the points
Last week, yeah.
last
Yeah.
week. This week though, he was continually like top 6, top 7 in the practice sessions going into qualifiers. But I think because of the way that the weather worked out when he was doing his laps, he just couldn't get it done. So he will start in 12th place tomorrow for the race. But I mean, last weekend it was wet and he was able to move up 11 spots. It
Yep.
was wet on the track today. So if it rains tomorrow, I think it bodes well for Lewis.
Yep.
So we'll
Hmm.
we'll just have to watch and see. But even though he's starting 12th, I'm still optimistic. I think he'll be
Are
able
you? You were very upset earlier
to.
when he.
I was upset
You
because
were very upset.
I I'm sorry. After last weekend, I fully expected him to have just just
Just
be
like
pissed
make a
off
comeback. Yeah.
and at least finish fifth in qualifying. But no, didn't even make it to Q3. So frustrating.
In NBA news, one big piece to talk about. Luka signed his new contract with the Lakers. 3 years, $165 million. That's so many dollars. With the Lakers.
55 a year. A lot of
Um,
money.
and yeah, one thing I want to mention here is I feel like he's doing like a revenge body situation to his former team because this dude is getting in shape. Like he is leaning out. Have you seen him recently?
Yeah.
He is putting in work and getting his diet dialed in and all that. Like he looks great.
I fully respect it because when he got traded, one, Nico from the Mavericks was basically like, "Oh yeah, we know what we need on our team and we need somebody that's fit." So he basically called Luca fat. And then
Yeah.
last year, Lakers make it into the postseason and then they get bounced first round. And there was a lot of talk about like, oh, Luca doesn't look like he's putting in enough effort. Is he getting tired while he's out there? He looks out of shape, blah, blah, blah. So he's just getting fat shamed all over like national media. So I feel
Fat
like,
shamed by the internet. Like,
yeah, he took it personally. And I mean, sometimes bullying works.
okay, come on. All that to say though, it's not like he was underperforming. Like
No, he still shot great.
yeah.
It's just
So,
defensively, he was lacking on the defensive side of the ball, which I think was the big complaint.
yeah, well, he's got his revenge body going.
He
He's
does.
working. He's putting in that work. All
He's
right.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
No, I think that's everything for my midnight snacks. You want to go into your girl dinner?
Alrighty. Yes, I do. So this is Girl Dinner. This is our women's news segment. And first and foremost, something that kind of like shocked me this week, the Wings beat the Liberty 92-82. If you remember,
What?
the Liberty are the reigning champs. And it really shocked me because, I mean, the Wings haven't been doing great. What's their record this year? The Wings.
Bounce back a little bit, I feel like.
They have potential. Like they perform every now and then, but they're not super consistent. So the Wings are 8-21 and the Liberty are 17-10. So, and the Liberty are the reigning champs. So when I turned the TV on and saw that they were up, I was like, okay, go
Yeah.
off. And then just a fun little tidbit there related to the Wings. Paige Bueckers, well, first of all, I mean, she popped off as usual, but she has scored in the double digits in every game that she has played this season, except for the All-Star game, but I'm not really counting that because that's whatever.
Yeah, that game didn't count.
Yeah, like I knew she was popping off and having a great rookie season, but I don't know. She's scored in the digits in every single game that she's played. And we talked about her last week, but let's just bring it back up again. She's averaging, huh?
Go ahead.
She's averaging 18 and a half points, 5.5 assists per game. Like killing it.
So the Wings lost last night to the Fever, but she scored 22 in that one as well.
Yeah.
So
22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's popping off.
She is popping off. She's doing great.
Okay, I gotta poop.
So we've got more WNBA officiating drama. The saga continues there. So the Storm and the Sparks game went into double overtime,
That's
which
crazy.
insane, impressive, crazy. The final score was 108-106. The Sparks won, but the coach Quinn after the game was not happy. She's the coach for the Storm. Just upset about the officiating. She said Skylar Diggins played 43 minutes and didn't take a single free throw, which is Kind of
That,
crazy.
yeah, that's a
Just,
little bit wild.
yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, the drama continues on officiating. It's inconsistent and all over the place.
Yeah.
hmm Um, more WNBA news. This is just like a fun question mark little tidbit. Did you see a sex toy got thrown onto the court again? Like this isn't
Yes.
the first time it's happened.
Yeah. Stop. Had to stop play. It was like a neon green or something like that.
Unnecessary, you know.
It's an interesting move for
It's
sure.
a little, unnecessary, disrespectful. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Please stop. And then also wanted to mention that Caitlin Clark, her, do you see her stalker? Like, she had a legit, actual, like, stalker.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah. So her stalker got sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. So that's good. 2.5 years in prison. He's not allowed internet privileges. To help so the article said something about to help him in his recovery. He's not allowed to have internet
That's
privileges. Okay.
so weird.
Um, it was a 55-year-old man from Texas. And he literally like he was in an imaginary relationship with her. That's terrifying.
That's how those people are. Yeah, it's strange.
That's so scary. Yeah. But yeah, there's that.
Creepy.
And then one other Caitlin Clark bit of news that I wanted to talk about. Did you see that? First of all, did you see Sophie Cunningham has a podcast now? She has a podcast with I can't remember what his name is, but she was talking about Caitlin Clark and WNBA and all that on her podcast, and she straight up said, "People who don't think that Caitlin is the face of the league are dumb, like dumb as."
Yeah. Listen, it's not to say that like other players aren't good in the WNBA, but it's just if you look at it from a number standpoint and who pulls the most viewers, it is
The Caitlin Clark
consistently
effect is so real, and
it's
you can't
yeah,
deny that.
it's consistently games that Caitlin Clark is playing in. So I don't think it's a crazy thing to say.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And again, just to reiterate, that's not to say that all of the other women in the WNBA are bad at their jobs. They
No,
are
they're
all
all.
excellent players in their own right. It's just people tune in more to Caitlin Clark games than any other games.
It's just numbers.
It is. It's just numbers.
Just
It's
math.
not.
Math
It's not.
doesn't lie.
It's not a
I know.
bias.
I have a math degree.
That's fair.
I got a degree in counting, so I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So then one more piece of WNBA news that I guess WNBA adjacent. So Candace Parker gets a lot of hate for all of her takes, really, no matter what it is, it seems. And the latest is that she's getting hate for what she said about the All-Star game. Did you see this? So she
No.
was,
Fill me in.
yeah, so she was on her podcast and she was talking about how like these all-stars like can't come out and wear these pay us what you owe us shirts and then perform like that in the game. And
It's not
that
gonna
was the
make.
take.
Yeah, it's not gonna make any fans. But is she wrong? I mean, having watched the All Star game,
It wasn't super fun to watch, to be
it
honest.
wasn't. I mean, like they didn't fight for rebounds. They literally just let them pull up and shoot every time, and they just walk around. Like they didn't even try and get in the face and like block the shot.
Yeah.
They were like laughing with each other, which I get. It's not
They
a
were playing, they were having like a silly goofy time,
yeah, like
which
it's
is nice to see.
not a super serious game. Nobody wants to get injured or anything in a game that really doesn't
Yeah.
affect your like regular season play. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a waste of time, you know? Like
Yeah. It's hard though. Like I get what the players are saying. It's like you said, like you don't want to get hurt and then you have an actual game in 2 days or whatever that actually counts toward your season. So I get it, but it wasn't the most exciting game to watch.
no, it's like if that's kind of how it's going to be, change your All Star weekend into something
Switch
different
it
where
up.
it's like you know play more into skills contests and stuff like
The
that.
skills contests were fun. Like, let's
Yeah,
do more of those. Those were
yeah.
fun to see. Yeah.
Like make it more interesting.
Yeah.
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 So
That would be fun. More skill, like, so they had the 3 point and then like the skills challenge. Do like a half court shot challenge. That could be fun.
that could be fun.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Throwing it out there.
Just crazy thoughts here.
So that's all we had for you in terms of girl dinner. One more thing we must do before we sign off, and that is our MVP of the week. Who is yours, Joshua? Do you know?
Cam Ward. I'm sold.
I'm not shocked.
I'm
I'm not
sold.
shocked.
He
Yeah.
he wins my MVP of the week just for how he's answering all of the interview questions and like the press conferences that he's doing. I mean, I have not
Yeah.
heard a single bad answer come out of this guy, and I am pumped.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't disagree. I don't
I
disagree. How?
like he's given me so much hope because last year you watched I couldn't even turn the games on towards the end of the season. Like it was
Yeah.
so disheartening to go into a game knowing we're going to get just dumpstered here by whoever we're playing. It was terrible to watch. It was painful to watch. And it made me really feel terribly about the Titans last year. Like I was considering like, you know what? I'm not doing this
You
anymore.
you talked about picking a new team
Yeah.
straight up,
Yeah, well, my other
which
team that I
is
picked was the
blasphemy.
49ers, and they also sucked last year, but they also had, Christian McCaffrey.
You talked about cheering for Derrick Henry
I
on his
did,
team.
yeah. Yeah, that'll persist. There was a large rivalry between the Ravens and the Titans back in the day, as in like 7 years ago. Um, that hurts to say that that was like back in the day, but
Back in the day. Back
but
in my day.
back in my day. But I feel like that rivalry is kind of dead because Titans are dead in the water and the Ravens are the Ravens right now. Also, Derrick Henry, who was on the Titans during that rivalry, now plays for the Ravens and is excited to play for the Ravens. So yeah, my other AFC team is going to be the Ravens again, strictly because of Derrick Henry. That's not to say I'm a bandwagon here. I'm a bandwagon Derrick Henry fan. I'm going to be a fan of his wherever he plays at.
I wouldn't call you a bandwagon Derrick Henry fan though. Like you've always been a Derrick Henry fan. So
I have loved him since he got into the league. Because originally, like when he was first on the Titans, like back in fall of 2018, if we go all the way back to there, he
Mhm.
was splitting carries with another running back. And consistently, this is when the stats started. If he touched the ball more than 20 times in a game, we won.
That's crazy.
Undefeated when he had more than 20 rushes in a game, yet they were
Yeah.
still trying to split carries with him. And it's like, I mean, they wasted a first couple years of his career because they were still making him split carries. Like, just feed the man, let him, he's going to get you close to 2K yards. Like, he's a monster.
Dave. So yes, yours is Cam Ward.
Yes, all that to say.
All that to say, my MVP of the week is drumroll, Paige Bueckers.
Woo! How
Just
come?
because she's just kill like we said, like double digits in every game that she's played. That's as a rookie,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
she's doing things.
Round of
That is
applause
a
right there.
round of applause right there. She is doing things, and it is exciting to watch. Mm-hmm.
Paige Bueckers, man. Killing it.
Paige Bueckers. That's
Yeah.
it. Well, that's about it.
Yeah. That's
It's
all.
been real. It's been fun. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts. Who's your MVP of the week?
True.
Let us
Yeah.
know.
Drop it below.
Thanks for watching. Bye.